one. All right, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. The Christmas season starts now.
Oh, it is the most wonderful time around the circle. Welcome back. I'm Jalea Brooks. That was Chuck Lofton and 8-year-old Cameron Worthington lighting up Monument Circle downtown in Indianapolis for one of our favorite holiday traditions, the Circle of Lights. And as you can see, thousands of you bundled up to see it for yourself. And now that we've flipped the switch, it's time to really shine some light on all the things happening this month around the circle. So we couldn't flip the switch without Santa, right? And he has been very, very busy already. Check this out. Just weeks before he is set to deliver hundreds of thousands of presents, Santa and Mrs. Claus made a pretty grand entrance at the Indiana State Museum. So instead of his usual sleigh, how about a helicopter? He landed on the front lawn of the museum to kick off Celebration Crossing. If you've never been to the museum at the holidays, you might want to check that out with the kids this year. So we know Santa will be traveling all across the globe. But there's one place in Indy that looks similar to his home, the North Pole. We're talking about the Carmel Christkindl Mark, and it is back for the holiday season. And about 250,000 people are expected to attend this annual tradition. It's your chance to experience an authentic German Christmas with food and drinks and all the German shops too. Now this year, it's under different leadership, but acting CEO Julia Davis says it's still the same market that people know and love.
Our popularity is growing, our brand is growing, and I think people are often struck by the fact that we are a genuine old world style European market dropped right in the center of central Indiana.
Now the Christkindl Market is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so keep that in mind when you're planning your trip with the fam. It is free, but there is a fee if you'd like to do things like skate and if you want to buy some more food and goodies. The market closes for this season on Christmas Eve.
Christmas in the Village is a cherished Zionsville tradition for residents and visitors alike.
From Small Business Weekend to the magic of the holiday parade and tree lighting on Main Street, there's something for everyone.
Well, I think that's true. I feel like I was watching a movie trailer for that too. So you know it's got to be good if they're letting people know and spreading the word this morning. So joining us this morning to talk about all the different events and exactly what Christmas in the Village is, we have Chris Wooldridge from the Zionsville Chamber of Commerce to explain all of this. I was trying to get the 411 in the break about like what all Christmas in the Village entails, and it's like multiple days that you guys have planned.
Oh yeah, there's so much going on. It all starts this weekend with Small Business Weekend.
Okay.
The parade is Saturday. Small Business Weekend actually starts on Black Friday. We're giving out special tote bags, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
And people don't usually need an incentive to shop anyway, but shopping local, I think, is a really big draw, and that's really what you guys wanted to bring people to do in Zionsville, right?
Well, yeah, and the downtown in Zionsville is really like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
If you've never been there, it's just amazing. And I heard, Matt, maybe there's some snow coming in on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
so.
we ignore him when he says that, because we just hope that means that there's going to be no snow.
So if that happens, that'll be perfect for our parade, and it will make it for an amazing setting.
I'm kidding. People actually do really enjoy when it snows around and we have all the Christmas ambiance and stuff. But how long will this be around? Is this a month-long thing? Is this weekend to weekend? Does it change?
No, it's all month in December,
okay.
Starting this weekend, and then we'll have a series of events that'll be happening throughout December. Starting, as I mentioned, the parade is this Saturday.
Okay.
The following Saturday is our Makers Market.
Okay.
And then after that, we have Ladies Night, which is on a Thursday. That's going to be on December 11th.
Okay.
And then the following Thursday on the 18th is our Christmas Crawl.
Okay, I was asking questions about Ladies Night. Explain what that is. Does that mean we have to leave all the men at home, or they just need to
they
car up?
they can hang out as well.
Okay.
But it's really for the ladies to kind of a night where they can kind of let their hair down. I wouldn't know what that's like, but.
Just imagine.
Right.
Okay.
And just enjoy shopping. We have amazing shops downtown.
Okay.
And enjoy some wine. A lot of local businesses stay open until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That night, we're actually going to have carriage rides on both those nights, which is something new this year, from 5 until 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So you can take a carriage ride through our historic downtown.
And I imagine it's been successful because you guys keep doing this every year, but what has been the feedback that you hear from business owners about having their shop open just a couple hours later?
Oh, they love it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a busy night for local business. The economy booms this time of the year, and a lot of local shops love love it.
Yeah.
The only thing is they do have to stay open a little bit later than they normally do,
Right.
but it's only a couple of times out of the year.
And if
so
they're
it's all right.
bringing in some more shoppers, I think that they would welcome
heck
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So we talked about Ladies' Night. What are some of the other big attractions that draw people out?
The Christmas crawl will be on December the 18th. That's always a huge draw as
Yeah.
well, where every business just kind of has a special seasonal drink.
Okay.
And you just kind of hop from business to business to business, and that's a lot of fun. Our Makers Market's on the 7th, and as we're going to do something different this year, as I mentioned, those carriage rides.
Okay.
But on 3 different weekends, we're going to have Vintage Village carriage tours.
Okay.
Where you get on board the carriage and go through a historic part of Zionsville that features century-old homes through a neighborhood. So that's going to be pretty fun.
Is that something people have to sign up for
Yes.
at a time?
It's already
Okay.
sold out.
Oh, I was going to ask what the response has been like that so
Right,
far.
yeah,
I think people are just looking for different
Right.
things to do the
Right,
holiday season.
right.
Like shopping is always great, but sometimes people want an experience too.
Yes.
How can you
yes.
connect people for some of the events that aren't sold out so far?
Well, all you have to do is hit up our website, and that's zionsvillechamber.org. It's very easy to navigate, very easy to find. Just hit the events tab at the top.
Okay.
And from there, we'll give you exactly instructions on how to
Okay.
sign up for all these things.
So you guys have performances too that are coming up. Is this like a lot of local acts, or what can people expect in that aspect?
Oh, yes. We have the Dickens Carolers
Okay.
from Carmel will be performing on 2 Saturdays in December. And I believe the local high school, the Choralers, will be on there on the 7th. So they're going to be walking up and down
Okay.
downtown Zionsville, singing Christmas carols, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
So you guys have a calendar that keeps all of these intact. Remind us again the site where people can connect with all of these events.
We do. It's at zionsvillechamber.org. That's
Okay.
the website to hit up.
And then how does the village decorate? You said it was like a Hallmark movie. So are we talking like classic decorations? or is
Yes.
this- okay.
Yes. Every storefront will have their unique perspective on Christmas, and then they'll just kind of decorate it in a variety of ways. And that's what we encourage. We encourage
So are some
you
of the
to-
things decorated already? Or do
Oh,
you guys, you
yes.
guys wait till after Thanksgiving?
Well, me personally, after Thanksgiving, but
Okay.
they've already started.
Okay.
So, yes.
And so judging by the fact that some of these are already sold out, I think you probably don't need us to help you spread the word for this. But for the rest of the events, he gave you the website to be able to check out. Thank you for being here
Oh,
with
my
us. to
goodness.
chat
Thanks for
about this.
having me.
Yeah, and I hope
Thank
that
you.
this is a well-attended event. All right, so many things to do this season. We've shown you a lot. And when we say there is something for every member of your family, we mean it with this next event. Still ahead, a unique winter indoor experience for your family. We're going back to the Children's Museum. Well, in the spirit of winter, the Indianapolis Children's Museum is opening a one-of-a-kind indoor winter experience. You can play winter-themed carnival games, visit Santa, of course, and even zoom down the winter slide at the new Winterfaire exhibit. DeAndre Blewett takes us on a tour.
Hi, I'm DeAndre Blewett.
And I'm Stephanie Edelman. I'm the Senior Exhibit Developer at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis.
And she's going to take me on a little tour of the Winterfaire. Let's come on.
Ready to go check it out?
Yes. Okay, so introduce me to this.
All right, well, this is Ember the Fox, and she is kind of like our welcome wagon here in Winterfaire. She's welcoming us in and is so excited for families to come and explore the magical Winterfaire forest. So let's head on in. We can see all of the really wonderful, fun things there are to see and do in here. And the first area that families will come across when they enter Winterfaire is our games, like our midway section. Right here we have our slippery slope race. So if you've ever played like, Mario Kart or one of those racing games, it's like that, only you get to be the racer. So do you want to try it out?
Now, I have to ask, I'm an adult now, or is this just for kids?
This is for kids and adults. So kids and adults can both play. It's really great because we have like a beginner option and more of an expert option, so all ages can enjoy. All right, so you can step
Stand
on up.
Okay.
Yep. You can just tilt your snowboard, tilt your saucer to get started. All right.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Here we
okay,
go.
there we go.
All right, we're getting ready.
I'm ready. Go easy on me.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I won't go too fast. Avoid the trees. Don't.
Okay.
Oh, I crashed. I
Oh,
crashed
no.
already.
Now, at the winter exhibit, is this a part of the admission ticket or is this a separate thing?
This is all part of our general admission. So if you buy a ticket to come into the museum, all of Winterfaire, all of these wonderful games that we're playing, they are all included. Almost there. Oh, I think I'm gonna get second place.
Yeah.
Yes, all right, nice game. We also have some other classic carnival games that we've given a little bit of a Winterfaire twist to. So we have our ring toss, but your targets are our little penguin friends that you can aim for. This is a great game for big kids and little kids because you can stand closer or farther away depending on how much of a challenge you want. Yes. And you can just grab some rings and give them a toss. See how many you can land on your penguins. It's harder than it looks.
Okay, it is a little harder.
I know, that advanced line, you're like, oh, it's not that far, but it's tricky. Oh, almost. There we go, nice.
So this is not only a place for kids to interact, but also for them to learn about other cultures?
That's right. So we have a couple of works of art that were made by artists from our community that showcase different wintertime holidays that they celebrate, winter holidays and traditions. Okay. So we have artist Gary Gee, who created this sculpture all about Kwanzaa, which is a celebration that celebrates togetherness, unity. There's 7 different principles that they celebrate throughout the season. So this is really great piece to showcase that principle of unity, or umoja from Kwanzaa. And then we also have a piece that showcases Diwali. This is a holiday that represents the kind of light over darkness and that celebration, and it is a Hindu holiday that is celebrated. And we have this really beautiful paper sculpture here that our artist Vaishali Sani created for us, showing some of the gods and goddesses celebrated during Diwali. So really, we asked these artists to just kind of create a piece that spoke to what those holidays meant to them. So all the artists practiced those holidays, and they created a piece that really just spoke to them and what they enjoyed about the holiday, spending time with friends and family.
Bringing their culture to us.
That's
in
right.
art form. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're here with Visit with Santa. Can you tell me about this?
That's right. So now we have come into our Visit with Santa space. Of course, Santa wanted to visit Winterfaire as well and get a chance to visit with all the families that are coming here to the Children's Museum. And so there are some fun things while children are waiting in line to visit with Santa. They can check out Santa's sleigh and all of our Winterfaire character friends. There's also a really cute winter village scene that features items from our museum's collection with some different I Spy items that kids can look for. So again, just a couple of things to keep them entertained in line.
While they wait in line. That's perfect. Okay.
Yeah. We come into Santa's tent, and this is where families get a chance to visit with Santa. So we have lots of seating options. So if you have your extended family with, you can all gather around on the couch, on the poofs. Tell Santa your wishes, what you want for Christmas. And then we do have photographers that will take your picture, but it's really great because it's not a required purchase. So you can take your picture, they'll take it, you can take a look at it before deciding if you want to buy it, or you can get out your iPhone, your cell phone, you can take your own picture as well. That's totally allowed in here to have a great visit with Santa.
Now what I like about this is usually you're used to a bunch of snow, bright lights, but this feels like you're actually in Santa's home.
Yes.
This feels cozy. You got the globe over here, a little bit of snow, not too much,
That's right.
I like this. This is homey.
Yes, it's nice. Yes. It's very cozy, very comfortable, and it's a great spot to visit with Santa.
So we went to the Winter Fair, went to go see where Santa's going to be at, but now we're at the Winter Slide. Can you tell me about this?
That's right. So the Winter Slide is a tradition here at the Children's Museum that we've had for many, many years. It's our 47-foot-long slide. You can slide from the second floor down to the first floor, and it's fun for all ages. Anyone can ride the slide.
Perfect. I had a fun time here today. Can you give me the information one more time on the Winter Fair exhibit?
That's right. So Winter Fair is open now, and it will be open through February 22nd. So again, come check it out. Such a fun, wonderful indoor winter world that you can enjoy all through the winter season. Of course, you can visit with Santa. Our Visit with Santa space is also open now through December 24th, Christmas Eve. And again, times when Santa is available for those visits are available on our website, childrensmuseum.org. So you can check that out, plan your visit with Santa. And then our winter slide is here through January 11th. So it is open now through January 11th. So come in, get your slides in. It's tons of fun for the whole family, and we hope to see you here.
Perfect. Thank you for talking to us today and showing me this winter wonderland. Now for the final thing, can we go down the slide?
Of course, yes. Okay, ready?
It's the same time or one at a time?
Oh, it's the same time.
Okay, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. Woo!
Oh!
Up next, we are giving you a taste of some vibrant flavors from Mexico to Brazil. Fernando's shows us how they create a one-of-a-kind dining experience. Well, no matter how you celebrate your reason for the season, holidays is often about the treats and the eats. And Indianapolis welcomed dozens of new restaurants this year. One spot, Fernando's, just opened its second location on Mass Ave. And if you've never been, the restaurant serves up a blend of Mexican and Brazilian cuisine. Check out this interview with 13 News' Ariana Sergio that gives us a taste of what's on the menu, but also the story behind Fernando's.
Where did the name come from, Fernando's?
Fernando's was my father's name. My father passed away when I was a very young age, so I named my son Fernando to kind of pay homage to my father. And then so when I went to open the restaurant, I had another name in mind, but my son, who at the time was 5, said, "But Dad, you know, I'm half Brazilian and I'm half Mexican, kind of like the restaurant. Maybe you just name it Nando's after me." So we called them Nando's. So I named it Nando's. I had a little issue with the Nando's Peri Peri chicken, and so they suggested that we find a similar but different name. That way we can, you know, still. So we came up with Fernando's. That's where the name came from. It's just my son's name. And he loves working at the restaurant. He's in Broad Ripple last week. He was working as a host. He likes sitting at the door. Here he loves coming at night. He likes the nighttime crowd here. I'm like, you're too young for that. But he loves going to tables, asking people how their meals are, gets people refills. He got particularly interested in serving once he got a tip. And he's like, wait a minute, I can get paid real dollars for this? And so he's always asking me when he can go back and either work as a server or as a host, and he enjoys the whole experience. And it's memorable for a guest, you know, to be greeted by the little guy at the door. He has a white chef coat, just like this one, but white. And he loves wearing that around the restaurant and introduces himself as the owner. It's always been my dream to open restaurants. I've worked in restaurants my whole life. I moved to the United States when I was 13, back in 1999. And my mom and I always worked in different restaurants throughout our journey here. And so even though I went to IU Bloomington and got a finance and accounting degree and ventured out and got, you know, jobs as a financial advisor and doing different things in the corporate world, it was always my dream to kind of go back and open my restaurant. So about 2015, 2016, I opened a restaurant for someone else in the city, and I got a lot of experience from that. And I said, you know what, I think I can do this for my own. And then so I looked for the correct opportunity, and then when that building at 834 East 64th Street came open in Broad Ripple, it was perfect because I actually also lived in Broad Ripple most of my time after I moved to Indianapolis. So it was kind of like everything lined up for me, and I decided to just go with it, and I'm glad I did. So it was important for me to make the restaurant family friendly, especially, you know, it's named after my young son. So because we considered the Mass Ave crowd being more over 21 crowd, we considered making it over 21, but it was important for me to still remain a family restaurant and welcome kids. But basically, I want them to know that, you know, we use the highest quality ingredients here. So we buy organic chicken from Miller Farms, which is a local farm. All of the beef we use is from Fisher Farms. It's all grass-fed beef from a local farm as well. So I want them to know that when you eat at Fernando's, we buy the highest quality ingredient. We try to provide the best service that we can possibly provide. So you feel like you're getting a little piece of Mexico, a little piece of Brazil, but also seeing that we can make both of those cuisines upscale as well. When you can, you know, make Mexican food upscale by using the best ingredient available to us. You know, there's some misconception that I feel like people have. But yeah, so basically just want them to feel welcome. Feel like they can bring anybody if they have their kids and they don't have a babysitter, it's fine, and make them feel like they're part of our Fernando's family here, you know.
Did you always love to cook growing up?
You know, I grew up with a single mother, so you know, it was always her kind of cooking for the both of us, and so each time she went in the kitchen and cooked something, I always went in with her. But it is also all her recipes. So my mom is actually my executive chef and works with us here full time. She goes to both kitchens every day, make sure that all the seasonings and the flavors are up to par and up to her standards. And so it's all basically her recipes here. So it's kind of cool because a lot of times when she's in the kitchen, I'll go back there and we'll cook together, kind of like we used to back at home many years ago. So all of the Brazilian food, every single Brazilian food item, it's all her recipes. So she actually still makes a lot of the things, like the desserts, all the Brazilian appetizers. She's the one that actually personally makes it all. But a lot of the big dishes, she's trained everybody in the kitchen so that she doesn't have to be here through every single dinner rush working in the kitchen, especially with 2 locations. Now I can't clone her, so unfortunately. But yeah, so all the Brazilian foods, all her recipes. I actually hired a couple consultants that came and cooked with her for about 2.5 months before I opened in Broad Ripple. And so they were able to translate those home-cooked meals into big restaurant portions. So 100% of the Brazilian food is her recipe, and then a lot of the Mexican food comes from my wife's family as well as my cooks. I let them also have a lot of say, and they create different dishes. That way they also feel empowered and feel like they're part of the family, you know, and the experience. The feijoada that we make, feijoada is the national dish of Brazil. It's a black bean stew cooked with many premium parts of pork, and we serve it with white rice, collard greens, and then a side dish called farofa, which is yuca flour that we cook with onions and olives and bacon, and then vinagrete, which is like a Brazilian version of pico de gallo. So that's all her family's recipes of feijoada passed down to her and now to us. She makes the flan still. She's a stickler on the flan. It has to be a certain type of way, so she makes all the flans, all the Romeo and Juliet desserts. One of my particular favorites is the stroganoff. The chicken stroganoff has been one of my favorite dishes that she makes, that we have on the menu as well. But the chicken with okra is also her recipe. The fish stew is actually from the northeast part of Brazil. It's actually her sister that lives in Bahia, northeast part. She actually came and helped my kitchen learn how to make it. So it's all family recipes. So going with the fact that we use the grass-fed beef, we have the picanha, which is the most popular cut of meat in Brazil. And our picanha, because it comes from Fisher, they do this aging process. The flavor that we get on the picanha is just second to none. It's our best-selling dish. So I highly recommend anybody that comes to try the picanha. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is we actually did buy a building where Lou Malnati's used to be on the canal in Broad Ripple. So in about 2 to 3 months, we're going to move our Broad Ripple location to the bigger building, just because our current building is kind of reached the limit as far as what we can do out of that small location. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a way bigger kitchen, so my mom can experiment with different dishes and come up with different presentation for everything. And it's also going to afford us more space in order to accommodate more guests, especially Fridays and Saturday nights. We get very busy there, and I know we don't do reservations as well because of how tight the space is. So it's going to allow us to provide a more comfortable setting, I feel like, and be able to provide dining experience without necessarily having like a long wait.
Well, if you want some more information about Fernando's, or you want to take a look at the full menu, we've got some information at WTHR.com. Well, next up, it's back to some more holiday staples, but this one is all about giving. Looking for something to do to help a neighbor in need? We'll tell you about a couple opportunities when we come back. It is, of course, the season of giving, and the Salvation Army is making sure that families in need can celebrate Christmas too. The Salvation Army is hosting the Angel Tree Project, making sure that kids have access to clothes, educational toys, and books. The organization is still accepting unused and unwrapped items. And this is such an important effort because this time of year can be tough for some families, having to choose between celebrating or things like keeping the lights on.
Families are really struggling to make that decision of whether I'm buying Christmas or do I pay the electricity bill or do I put food on the table for Thanksgiving. They're having to make these really, really tough decisions, and Angel Tree is a great program for these families so they can focus on, you know, those other bills, and we can provide the Christmas.
So if you want to donate to the Angel Tree Project, just reach out to the Salvation Army. Your help is still greatly appreciated. This helps put a smile on so many children's faces this Christmas. An enchanting holiday tradition is back on the stage this year. We're talking about the Nutcracker. Still ahead, we'll show you some of the winter magic behind the production. But first, if you recognize this star, you might be excited to know that she'll be on a stage near you very soon. Jane Lynch tells us about her swingin' little Christmas and the friends that she's bringing to town too. So let's take a quick break from some holiday events and get ready to rumble. Wrestling fans, this one's for you. WTHR's Evan Tillery has more.
I am here with a four-time NCAA All-American, the 2023 NCAA individual champion at the heavyweight division, the Big Ten heavyweight champion in that same year, and now he's the challenger for the Real American Freestyle heavyweight title, and he's a Hoosier. From Lawrenceburg, Indiana, I give you Mason Paris. How's it going, Mason?
It's going great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic today, man. So first off, tell us about Real American Freestyle.
So Real American Freestyle Wrestling is just giving wrestlers an opportunity after college to compete in a professional wrestling league. And it's just an amazing opportunity for us because, it gives us a whole new avenue to, make money to continuing to wrestle. Because the next level of wrestling is just either the Olympics or, making the world team. So now this is giving us a whole new league to compete and give matchups that people have never seen before.
I want to touch a little bit on RAF1 in Cleveland. You step up and you call out the champion, Wyatt Hendrickson, after he won his match. What was going through your mind at that time?
Yeah, there was, a lot going through my mind. I watched this entire match and, I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be one of those guys out there. They gave me a call actually the day before. They're like, Mason, you might have to wrestle tomorrow night. Some stuff's going on with Wyatt. You might have to take a spot. So I went down there. I drove down there to be ready to compete. And then, he decided to wrestle very last second. So I was a little upset that I didn't get a wrestle that night. I was ready to go. So, I decided to call him out on the mat and, let him know that, I'm back in wrestling and I'm excited to, go out and show it to him on the mat.
And I definitely know that you want to set the tone, being from Indiana, this being in Fishers. I'm pretty sure you're going to have family, friends, everybody, loved ones, maybe even some old teammates coming back to come and support you. So in front of your home state, in front of your family, how do you manage those nerves? Or is this just like another day at the office?
It's just another day for me. I've competed on all levels. I've competed on the Olympic stage, the college stage. I've competed in front of, thousands of people many times. So, this is just another day for me. I'm going to go out and put a show in front of, my home crowd. I always represent the Hoosiers, Indiana. So it's going to be amazing. I'm going to go out there, put on a show for them. And, it's going to be a lot of fun.
So this next interview was a lot of fun for me. If the names actors Jane Lynch, Kate Flannery, and Tim Davis ring a bell, they are ringing in the holiday season with a trip to the Brown County Music Center in Nashville, Indiana. They are back with what has become a tradition now, a swingin' little Christmas. And actress Jane Lynch joined me on a quick video chat to tell me about this holiday musical that is celebrating 10 years.
But tell me about your production. It's a few years in the making now. What does it feel like to be back doing it again this year? Well, it's the highlight of the last 10 years. We've been doing this since 2016, so this is our 10th year. And it's Kate Flannery, who was Meredith the Drunk in The Office. And we've been singing together for decades, since we were, young people in Chicago. And Tim Davis, who was also the vocal arranger on Glee and is a wonderful singer and looks great in a tuxedo, and we objectify him through the whole thing. And we have a 5-piece band, the Tony Guerrero Quintet, and they are wonderful too. We're all of a certain age these days, and we just adore not only each other, but doing this show at this point in our lives. It's just, it's the joy of every year. We're all Christmas freaks.
So December 9th is the date, 7:30 at the Brown County Music Center in Nashville, Indiana, and there are still some tickets available. Now here's a classic that you're likely all familiar with, although it has its own indie twist too. The Nutcracker, performed by the Indianapolis Ballet. So it was only right that we got a little behind-the-scenes look at rehearsal. Check it out.
Since the pandemic, we have not had the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra with the dancers for Nutcracker, and this is the first year that we're rejoining our collaboration with the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, and the dancers are so excited. It just lets them dance a little bit more freely, but they also have to be very aware because the conductor and the whole orchestra can change tempo just slightly based on a day-to-day performance because we're human, and it might be a little faster or a little slower depending, and the dancers really have to listen and adapt to that.
So tickets are going fast for this one. There are a handful of shows between the 18th and the 23rd, starting with that sensory-friendly performance on the 18th. And there's even a detailed guide online that'll tell you what you can expect there with some visual aids to help you out too at indyballet.org. As for the other events that we highlighted happening around the circle, you can find more info to most of them on our website, WTHR.com. I'm Jalea Brooks. We hope you enjoy the holiday seasons and more. We'll see you next year around the circle.